Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Juubi Naruto was in My Hero Academia. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by FallenMizu and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Chapter 1. Flashback. You know Naruto, I want you to promise me to not interfere in this battle even if it goes bad. Said Shimura. Standing on a cliff next to Naruto, ahead of the cliff was a beautiful forest showing life to its fullest. But sadly in front of the two were 6 tombstones showing off all the previous one for all wielders. Nana, you know I don't understand why you want me not to interfere with this battle of yours. The immortal shinobi said. Naruto looking at the tombstones before him. Each and every one of these tombstones is made by him for every previous wielder of Ofa. Naruto calls the quirk a curse because everyone that had the quirk died fighting the one and only All for One. Naruto, I need you to take Toshinori away because knowing him he would want to stay and fight a losing battle. I need you to take him away to have him ready to fight All for One, or if that fails and Afo escapes, help Toshinori train his next successor. Nana says with a frown faced. Knowing Afo is strong enough to have survived this long. I'll help him when he asks because he will take time to be alone if things go south. Naruto said. Showing his concern that the worst is going to happen. Nana just smiled and bid her goodbyes to the shinobi. Flashback end. Standing on top of a building looking down on the city looking for any troubles or villains that are bound to happen with the society of heroes and villains. Here is the number 2. Hero Kitsune, Naruto. What is student All Might didn't know that it was him, his second teacher, that helped him along in his career after the passing of his predecessor. Wanting to keep a closer eye on what has happened now is something that would help him later in the future. Jumping from building to building, Naruto see a giant shark-like man going on a rampage. Looking from above, seeing that there are heroes already taking care of the problem, he decided to watch and take action when needed. Seeing the new hero Kamui Woods fighting the shark man. Seeing Kamui about to restrain the villain with binding technique, then Mount Lady comes out of nowhere and takes the villain down with a kick. Naruto quickly to catch the villain to stop the damage that might have come to the streets. Hearing the pictures snapping, probably the press fans taking photos of my lady. Tossing aside the villain lightly to not cause damage to the streets. The sounds of photos snapping stop and they turn to look at what the noise was. The press ran all towards Kitsune asking him when he got there and what was he doing. I just arrived here and making sure that no damage to the city would happen because that would be costly for the city and an issue for the common worker getting to work. Kitsune responded. Kitsune walking up to Mount Lady and say, Mount Lady-san, you need to beware of the damage of after effect of a battle. Naruto suggested. Mount Lady staring at the number 2 in shock that he is talking to a new heroine like her. Grabbing Kitsune's hand and nodding her head with stars in her eyes. Every heroine admires the number 2 hero for being a kind-hearted hero that helps everyone that he can. Side note. Naruto is in a Anbu outfit with a Kitsune mask, hence the hero name Kitsune. Making it easier, sorry for not putting what he was wearing early. I just got lazy 3. Naruto doesn't really have, he just has his powers that he gained from the war and he doesn't have Kurama with him. As much as I want the duo, I want to try something out. Also Naruto will have the Rin Sharingan because he will be a godlike character. He can also control all the elements and have the Biju mode too. Side note end. Nobody has seen Kitsune without the mask. So Mount Lady, wondering how he looked like under the mask, slowly reaches for his mask to take it off in front of everyone present. As she was getting closer to his mask, she felt someone take hold of her wrist. Looking at the hand and towards the arm that had hold of her, seeing that it was Kitsune holding her arm. I wanna see what a handsome face you have under that mask. Mount Lady whined to Kitsune. Tuckling lightly, he lets go of her wrist and sets back a few feet and makes a sign with his hand and disappears in a swirl of leaves. You have Izuku fanboying over seeing the strong and mysterious Kitsune. Walking away happy that he saw heroes in action and seeing Kitsune. Time skip. Still on his patrol, Naruto see a green-haired student walking home. Briefly remembering that he was there when the villain attacked. He had a gut feeling that something bad was gonna happen to the boy. So he followed the boy, seeing the boy going through a tunnel, he blends in with the shadow watching the boy. He suddenly sees a green slime coming out of the sewers. Man, what a vessel I can use to disguise myself with. The villain laughs out. He sees the villain start to attach himself to the boy, suffocating him. About to take action, he sees All Might come out of the sewers as well. Waiting to see what gonna happen next. The fight is gonna be the same, don't wanna bore you what you should already know. Walking out of the shadows, he presents himself to both All Might and Izuku. He waves to them. Kitsune, my fellow hero, how are you doing? All Might yells proudly. I was around making my patrol in my area, All Might. Naruto said, completely ignoring his first question. Izuku looking back and forth between two legendary heroes talking. Just feeling like his day got a whole lot better. Well, I'll catch you later, Kitsune and young man. All Might says as he is stretching, getting ready for his jump. As he leaves, Naruto notices that the young man isn't there with him and he hears screaming in the distance. Shaking his head lightly, he walks away, continuing his patrol for today. Time skip. Everything is gonna be the same as canon that happened between All Might and Izuku talks. Naruto jumping from building to building again, seeing fire and explosions happening, races towards the area. Getting there in time to see Izuku run past the heroes and starts to attack the villain. Naruto sees All Might slowly buffing up. Naruto dashes towards the two students, he grabs Izuku, tosses him towards the other heroes and builds up his wind chakra and shoots it around Bakugo into the slime villain and grabs Bakugo and jumps back with the student just in time for All Might to come and detonate smash the villain, making it start to rain. The crowd of people start to cheer. Chapter 2. Naruto is walking towards the UA school grounds. In the previous night he got a letter in his mail by the principal of UA. Walking through the gate into the school, stopped dead in his tracks because of the pure silence that came to the school. All the students stop all their movements and conversations to look at the number 2 hero. No one can see what is behind his mask, but if they did they would have saw a near smile on his face. Midnight came from behind him and tapped him on his shoulder to get him out of his trance with the students. "Alright students, get to your classes," shouted Midnight. Everyone shook out of their trance, walked away. All muttering to their own groups on why the Kitsune was there at the school. Answers would soon fold out later in time. "Well, Kitsune, come with me to the principal office," Midnight said while grabbing his hand to make sure he stuck with her. Principal's office. After a few minutes of walking they both arrived at the office. "Well, you can walk on and he is waiting for you. I hope I get to see more of you, Kitsune." With that said, she gave a wink and a blow kiss to him before leaving. Walking in the office he see a small animal in a suit sitting behind a desk. "Ah, welcome, please take a seat, and how are you doing today?" Nezu says happily. "I'm doing fine, sir. What was it that you wanted to meet with me about?" "Your letter didn't really help with anything to figure out what you wanted," Naruto said. "I'm here to offer you a job here at UA. I want you to be the head of security here," replied Nezu. Leaning forward onto his knees, thinking for a few minutes, with the principal look at him with a smile on his face. "Why do you want me to be head of security and what would I need to do?" Naruto sighed out. "I have a feeling that we need the extra security, and with you being the number 2 hero would help with anything that would happen to the students. I would like you to follow the new year first year's students on trips, which the exam for next year will happen in 10 months from now. You don't need to be present in teaching the class, more of watching and observing and helping if you want, giving advice. Knowing them, they would want to be taught by such good hero as yourself. Also having the All Might and you will maybe make villains think again from doing anything in the area," Nezu said. "I'll take the job, sir," Naruto said. Raising his hands up he said, "Thank you for accepting my offer, Kitsune." Moving around his desk he went to walk towards Naruto with his hand out. Shaking hands, Naruto walked out of the office and outside of the door before sighing loudly. Time skip. 10 months later. This is after the exam. In the spectator room with the teachers. Nezu went to talk to Naruto to gain his thoughts about the examinees. Naruto said they all have potential to be heroes. But 2 of them particular, such as Katsuki Bakugo, has a good grasp of his quirk, but meeting him briefly, he has an attitude that has to be worked on. Izuku Midoriya needs to learn how to control his quirk so it doesn't damage him. He shows that he can sacrifice to save someone in need. Which more heroes these days need instead of doing it for fame. They should do it because they can. Nezu nodding his head bid his goodbye. One by one each teacher started to walk out of the room and back to what they were doing. As he was about to walk out of the room he was stopped by someone grabbing his arm. Looking back he sees Midnight looking shyly at him. Looking at her and asking, "Do you need something, Midnight?" Looking straight at him intently. "Would you like to go on a date with me sometime?" Midnight asked. Tilting his head to the side at the request. Chuckling slightly he said, "Sure, I would be honored to go on a date with you." Cheering in happiness she quickly hugged him and said, "This Friday you can pick me up and you can plan what we are doing." Handing him her address she ran out the door with a skip every now and then. Shaking his head on what just happened walked out of the room, thinking of the plans he has to make with Midnight on the weekend. Ending notes. Chapter 3. Dressed in some casual slacks and light blue long sleeve. Naruto walked up to Midnight home. Knocking on the door that slowly opens, he sees a very nice looking Midnight in a light blue skirt dress. If she could see behind his mask she would see him blushing. Looking up and down at him, Midnight finally looks towards his head. She pouts and says, "HMPH, you still have your mask on." "Well, nobody has seen me without my mask off before, it's like natural thing for me to have it on at all times," Naruto responded. Moving a little closer until he was head level with her. "Maybe if this date goes well and we go on more you might see what under this mask of mine." Grinning at how close he was and what he said. "We will see what happens, won't we, my dear Kitsune?" Midnight said in seductive tone. Holding out his arm for her, she grabs and they start their journey to their date. Bringing her to the movies. Having Midnight pick the movie, she picked a horror movie and getting their food and drinks. They were able to sit into the love seats so they can be close to each other than regular seats. Every now and then in the movie Midnight would grip his hand because of the jump scares. But at a certain point during the movie he wrapped his arm around her waist so she could lean on him for comfort during the movie. After walking out of the movie they got into the car and with Naruto driving to a restaurant. What did you think of the movie Midnight? Naruto asked. It was pretty good and thank you for holding me during the movie too. Horror movies always get me jumpy with the scares. Midnight responded with a smile. She was very happy that he held on to her during the movie. It always makes people feel safe being held by someone. So having him hold her made her feel very special. So what is this restaurant are we going to Kitsune? But my dear, that is a secret until we get there. I think you like it very much. Slyly. After a few minutes of driving they arrived at a big building that says Golden Unknown. One of the best restaurants in Musatafu, Japan. OMG, you're taking me to the Golden Unknown, the best restaurant in the town. How did you even get reservations? It takes months beforehand to get a reservations. Midnight says enthusiastically. Seeing Midnight all jumpy in the seat of the car puts a smile on his face, not that C can see that anyways. After having the car parked they walked towards the restaurant. Walking in the building they were met by someone that seemed to expecting them. Welcome to Golden Unknown Kitsune and Midnight. I am Kazuki Taima and the owner of this establishment. Please follow me to your table. Walking through the main area of the dining they find themselves at a secluded area. Naruto pulling the seat out for Midnight to allow her to sit before sitting himself down. How do you know the owner Kitsune? Midnight asked. I helped him when he needed help and helped him with his company, and please call me Naruto since we aren't on hero duty right now. Naruto responded. Midnight eyes widening at the revelation of the now named hero. Nobody really had an idea on what Naruto looked like or his name. He just went by Kitsune. You can call me Namuri then. Well, here are your menus, what would you like to drink? Kazuki said. Coming back with menus. Both looking through the menu for the food and drinks. Naruto ordered a bowl of ramen while Namuri ordered steak. While both ordered water to drink. The owner signaled the waiter to get the foods and drinks. Namuri starting a conversation with the owner. So how did Naruto here help you with your life and business? Midnight asked. He helped me when I was first starting out my business a couple years ago. I needed more customers and him being a famous hero had helped with that when people saw him coming into my restaurant. So more people came in and liked the food, so my business boosted up. Not having enough space for all the customers, Naruto helped me buy and new this building. So Naruto is a valued friend and customer. Kazuki said proudly. It was nothing, my friend, you let me eat here whenever I want, that is something I honored to have. Naruto said. Namuri is gushing over this moment between friends. Always happy to see things like this happen. Owner walking away to personally see over how the food is done. Coming back after some time the owner sets down the food and drink. Enjoy your food and the food is on the house for this date. Kazuki said. Bidding his goodbye he left to leave the duo together. My Naruto, you're a lucky person indeed, I might need to keep you. Namuri happily says. Taking a bite of her steak and moaning in pleasure of the taste of the steak. Eating more and more. Until it was gone. Looking up to see the mask of Naruto look straight at her. Blushing in embarrassment of how quickly she ate her food. Noticing that he wasn't eating his food. Why aren't you eating your food, Naruto? Namuri asked. Hearing him chuckle a little bit. I already ate my food while you were eating your food, Namuri. Naruto said. Outing a little bit that she didn't see that his food was already gone. But now wondering how she didn't notice him take his mask off to eat his food. But forgetting that because he probably did that a lot so people don't see his face. After they talked for a little bit they got up and left the restaurant. Driving Namuri home for as their date was close to an end. Getting out and opening the door for her. Walking her to her front door. Thank you for taking me on this date, Naruto. Namuri says. While turning around to face him. Showing a big smile on her face to show her appreciation for what he did. No, thank you for asking me on this date, Namuri, I had a lot of fun today with you today. Naruto said. Opening the door to her house she waves him goodbye. Looking at him walk away she yells Naruto. Turning around to just catch Namuri. Having her breast touch his chest was a new feeling to him. Namuri whispered in his ear, you can take me out next week Friday, okay? Pulling off his mask she see bright blue eyes and half of his face covered by another mask. Darn it, I was hoping to see your whole face, Naruto, but to see you have another mask under your Kitsune mask. You are a mysterious one. Namuri said with a pout. Kissing his cheek before running into her home. Naruto just stood there looking at her door and touching his cheek where she had kissed him. Thinking that women is going to be the women that he wants in the future. Walking back in his car and driving off he noticed that she kept his mask. thinking that women is going to let everyone see part of his face. Little did she know that he had more of the kitsune mask back home. Smiling under his mask he drove peacefully to his home. Monday first school day. Naruto was watching the one students use their quirks on series of test by Eraserhead. Seeing that everyone had no troubles using their quirk in the test, but Izuku did. Taking a notebook out, Naruto started to write down what each person would need help with if he was asked. Taking more notes for Izuku because he will eventually have to train him later in the future. Seeing Izuku finally being pushed to use his quirk on the ball throw. Using his lent quirk on his finger to throw it with the most power and less damage to his body. Surprised to see this, Naruto closed his notebook and walked away. That kid may have potential to use that curse of a quirk after all. With that thought, Naruto went to go get lunch as it was about to be lunchtime. Meeting up with Midnight to get lunch with her. She was waiting for him, but as soon as she saw him she latched onto his arm. And they both made their way to the teacher lounge. Going into the teacher lounge, the other teacher see Midnight and Kitsune together looking like they were together. Present Mick being himself screamed towards them, "Are you two a thing now?" Now all the other teachers present listen and all curious on if it is true or not. "We aren't together yet, we are waiting to see how things go, and this guy here needs to take me on more dates." People nodding in approval because anything could happen to heroes while on the job. Better be in a relationship before they die or get too old to date someone. As Midnight is already in her 30s. Naruto is well over 100 years old. But it's better that no one knows how old he actually is or that he is an immortal shinobi. That been training successor of One for All. After lunchtime was over, Naruto went over to see class 1 in next class, which was All Might class next. Wanting to see how he does, he went over there. Knocking on the door of the classroom. Naruto waited to get a response from All Might. Walking in, everyone looked at him, then started muttering amongst each other, questioning why he was there. "Ah Kitsune, what bring you here to my class?" All Might says loudly. "I'm here to watch over the training exercise that you're going to do with the class, I'll meet you there," and with that said Naruto disappeared in a swirl of leaves. Everyone excited and nervous about what just happened and that the number 1 and 2 hero will be watching them. Made them hype for what is going to happen during combat training. All Might and Kitsune were waiting for the students to be done changing in their costumes. "All Might, I have a suggestion on for this class. Instead of them fighting each other, they fight me," Naruto suggested. All Might went into a thinking pose. "It will help them out more because they can go more out on me than each other." "True, we will do that. You can play the villain while they play the hero," All Might said. As the class gathers together, they all check each other out, seeing how their costumes are and comparing it to each other. "All class, you guys would be facing each other, but Kitsune here suggested that you guys fight him since you guys can go all out. So you guys are going to be the heroes, while Kitsune here is going to be the villain. You will be trying to capture the bomb inside the building where Kitsune is going to hide it. So you have to find it and touch it. Or you have to use this capture tape and tape it around your enemy body." Seeing the shock faces of the class that they have to go against a pro hero. Team A. Shoto Todoroki, Toru Hagakure, Ejiro Mashirao and Mizo Shoji. Team B. Izuku Midoriya, Achako Uraraka, Iida Tenya and Katsuki Bakugo. Team C. Sayu Asui, Fumikage Tokoyami, Minoru Mineta and Momoyae Iruzu. Team D. Tuga Aoyama, Mina Ishido, Ejiro Kirishima and Hinata Siro. Team E. Rikido Sato, Koji Koda, Kyoka Jiru and Denki Kaminari. Seeing who they are, team with some cheered and grouped up while you have Bakugo shaking in anger that he was paired with Izuku and his group of friends. Team A is first. "Kitsune, you can go move the bomb where you would like." Naruto moved the bomb on the last floor. He went into to touch the ground, found the presence of the 4 of them inside the building. Getting a lock on their signatures. He made clone to go defend the building and threw a Hiraishin kunai into the ground to teleport back if he needed to protect the bomb. Naruto walked down towards the students. "Alright Toru, we need you to find the bomb while we distract Kitsune," Shoji said. Everyone agreeing with him. Having Toru purposely pass him to give them some hope, and even if she did find the bomb, she would have to get past the clone which knows where she is at. Todoroki shoots ice towards Kitsune. Making hand signs, Naruto said fire style. Great fire annihilation. Lowering the power of the jutsu so the students don't get fried up like fried chicken. The 2 attacks cancel each other out, which creates a ton of steam. Naruto rushed forward, seeing Ejiro first. He threw a kick at the teen. Surprised to see the teen block it with his arms. Naruto put more pressure until he knocked the teen through the wall. Naruto then rushed towards Todoroki, seeing that he isn't a close combat fighter. Made sure he was close enough to fight him. Only to be stopped by Shoji throwing a punch towards him. Blocking his punch to be pushed back. "You're strong, Shoji." Pushing back, Naruto looked at the 2 students in front of him. Pulling out a Hiraishin kunai and throwing it towards them. Todoroki shoots ice towards the kunai, making it stuck in the ice. Throwing another kunai into the ceiling above them. Naruto rushed towards them, engaging in a fight with Shoji, fists colliding with each other. Seeing that Shoto was getting closer to the ceiling kunai, Naruto punched towards the ground, and as he threw the punch, he teleported towards the kunai and punched Shoto in the head, knocking him out. Shoji looks in shock to see that his partner got knocked out. Naruto jumped to the ceiling and grabbed him kunai to threw it at Shoji. Dodging the kunai, Naruto flashed towards his kunai and gave chop to the giant's neck to knock him out. Spectate room. Mr. Kitsune is not going easy on them, sensei. Uraraka said, worried for her classmates. Kitsune is showing them that they have to work together to fight a villain that they know they can't defeat. Also, the villains won't go easy on you either. All Might said, knowing that Recovery Girl will heal any damage that happens. Naruto looking at the 3 students he just fought, seeing that they are all unconscious. Looking for Toru's signature. Seeing that she made it to the top floor room where the bomb is at. Flashing to the original kunai, Naruto ran towards her and hearing a surprised app from the invisible girl. Kicking her in the stomach into the wall. Making sure she was unconscious. All Might, they are all down. Bringing the students back to the room. Waiting for the 4 down students to discuss their performance. Making the process go by faster, Naruto started to heal each of the students with a mystic palm. Everyone's surprised that Kitsune can heal. Kitsune, I didn't know you can heal things. All Might said in surprised tone. I am a man of many talents, All Might. Getting up from the students as they woke up. Moving along. Students, what did they do right? All Might asked. They had Toru go look for the bomb, knowing they need more than 2 people to face off the villain. Momo responded in know-it-all tone. Anything else they did right? Seeing that no one said anything else. So what did they do wrong? Sayu said they didn't have a lot of teamwork after Mr. Kitsune blocked Todoroki ice with fire to create the steam. They didn't have a clear sight of the villain. So they should have grouped together so they can help when he would attack them. So they have a better odds of attacking him. All Might nodding in agreement. That's very good, Sayu, but what you forgot is that Todoroki can't really shoot his ice at me because I was fighting Shoji. Not wanting to his a fellow comrade, he wasn't much help. Which he should learn how to do hand-to-hand combat when he can't use his quirk in a battle against a villain. Naruto said. The class nodding in agreement. Naruto walked back into the training area to go plan against Team B. Ending notes. Chapter 4. Team B standing in front of the building. We should come up with a plan. Izuku said. Getting a nod from 2 of 3 people. Bakugo glared at Izuku and just started to walk in the building. Wait, Kaken, we need a plan against he is too strong for us to fight alone. Walking after him into the building with Lita and Uraraka following behind. Making 2 clones because of the destructiveness of the group against him this time. Leaving the bomb in the same area as before. Naruto walked down towards the 1st floor. Kaken, wait, we really need a plan, we can't win this without helping each other. Izuku said. Midoriya, it useless to try to convince Bakugo to come help us against Iida said, waving his arms. Still trying to convince Kaken, Midoriya suddenly got grabbed and slammed into the wall by Bakugo. Shut up, you damn nerd. You got in here somehow, you shouldn't get in my way. You're useless to me. Bakugo said, enraged that a quirkless Deku is in the same school as he is. And the same team as him. It makes him so furious. Walking away towards the next floor only to be stopped by a sound coming from behind them where Uraraka was. You know, if you guys didn't fight you would have noticed me behind you while you were in your little dispute. Naruto said. Naruto was holding on to Uraraka with his tri-pronged kunai towards her throat. Waiting to slit her throat if they got closer if this was a real-life situation. Ah boy, drama, something so interesting. I wonder if they will get their bromance out. Naruto thinking. Shaking his head that Namiri is affecting him on his thought about schoolboys and girls. Uraraka. Shouted Iida and Midoriya. Chopping her neck to knock her out. Naruto then threw her limp body towards the group of boys. Izuku catches her and sets her down only to catch a fist to the face by Naruto. Getting thrown back past everyone. Naruto blocked a kick from Iida. Grabbing his leg, Naruto spinned him around and threw him through the wall. Seeing that Bakugo was left for now until the other boys get back up. Throwing his kunai towards Bakugo. Bakugo concludes that he can teleport to the kunai, blasting the kunai away. Bakugo blasts his way towards Naruto, throwing a punch at him. Naruto matches his punch with his own. At a standstill with the punch, Bakugo brings his other arm to make an explosion at Naruto. Naruto seeing the hand coming up. Naruto grabs the incoming wrist and points it towards the wall. Seeing the explosion make a hole in the wall. Naruto pulls Bakugo towards him and knees him in the stomach with force to push him away from himself. Naruto sees Iida and Izuku facing him. Midoriya-kun, do you have anything that we can use against Iida said in his fighting stance. Kitsune is an all-rounder hero. His villain takedowns and rescue are all high and very safe for the people he rescuing. He can control the elements and he can teleport, and there is more unknown about that he doesn't show to the media. He is very fast and strong, but no one really knows how fast or strong he is. Midoriya responded while looking at Kitsune, making sure to be ready if he does something. Alright Midoriya-kun, I'm going to distract him, you go look for the bomb. I have a feeling it will be on the top floor again. Please run as fast as you can. I'm sure Bakugo will be back up soon. Iida said. Running towards Naruto, Iida throws kicks after kicks. Naruto blocking kick after kick. As Iida was about to throw another kick, Naruto punched his chest, making fly backwards. Iida thinking, God, it feels as if my bones just collapse on itself. Moaning in pain, Iida got up again to give Midoriya more time to go to the top floor. Hearing Bakugo yell, looking to see the angry blonde blast his way towards Naruto again. Shooting explosion at him only for Naruto to push his arms away from himself. Naruto throwing a punch only for it to be blocked by Bakugo. Pushing him away. Naruto prepares himself again for another barrage of attacks of the blonde. Seeing Bakugo lift his right arm and his left hand hold a pin. Turning his Sharingan on for this, Naruto sees him pull his pin and sees a huge explosion coming his way. Naruto making hand signs water style. Water wall. Water coming from the air to make a wall in front of him to block the explosion. Huge amount of steam comes around. Using a small wind jutsu to blow away the smoke. Naruto sees Bakugo charging at him again. Having the mental countdown of how much time is left. Naruto pulls out two tri-prong, tosses one of them towards him in a spinning motion. Then throws the second straight at Bakugo. Seeing the kunai coming toward him. Bakugo dodges the first and looks behind to see it past him. Naruto teleports to the kunai that went past Bakugo. Charging up a Rasengan, Naruto looks to see that the first kunai is getting closer to Bakugo. Teleporting to the first one, Naruto sees the shocked face of Bakugo before he thrust his Rasengan into Bakugo's stomach. Making sure that the Rasengan was powerful enough to make Bakugo get knocked out. Seeing Bakugo flown backwards into the wall. Seeing him stick into the wall. Naruto then walks back to the still recovering Iida. Pulling a gravity seal out of his pouch and placing it on Iida's chest. Feeling even more pressure on his body, Iida gave up on trying to get up. And laid there hoping Midoriya got to the bomb before Naruto got to him. Naruto rushed back towards to the top trying to find Izuku. Izuku finally made it to the top and see two Naruto guarding the bomb. The two clone Naruto see Izuku come bursting through the door. One of the Naruto clone popped to give the information back to the original. Naruto zoomed faster towards the top until he reached the top. Izuku hearing the announcement of 5 mins is left. Izuku ran towards the clone to get to the bomb, only to get kicked in the stomach and the force pushed him through the wall into an open room. Izuku getting back up to see Kitsune looking at him. Putting his arm up to fight even though he know it's a losing fight against the number 2 hero. You should use your quirk, Izuku. Naruto spoke to Izuku. Seeing the nervous look on Izuku fast, Naruto reassured him that it's fine if he uses his quirk. Izuku rushed at Naruto with his fist pulled back with Ofa in his arm. Flashback. While Izuku was running through the stairs, he seen a familiar pink outfit. He ran towards it and see Uraraka look through the doors trying to find the bomb. Uraraka, I thought you got knocked out unconscious by Izuku said with joy seeing another teammate. Odeku, I woke up and while you guys were fighting I would look for the bomb. Echako said with smile on her face. It should be at the top floor. We should head there and make a plan. Izuku and Uraraka made their way to the top and see the only door in an open room that had pillars. Coming up with a plan, Izuku said, alright, here is the plan Uraraka, I'm going to go in first into the room. Kitsune will mostly have clones protecting the bomb. The original will most likely be coming up soon after. I want you to hide until I am in this room fighting the original. I'll use my quirk on Kitsune and I want you to rush in the room where the bomb at and the pressure from my punch should give you enough push to fly towards the bomb. Assuming you can use your quirk on yourself. Nodding in agreement, they went on with their plan. Flashback end. Pushing his fist forward and yelling smash. Naruto activates his Rin Sharingan to summon the blue arm of Susanoo to block the punch. Knowing he didn't need to Susanoo to block the punch but wanted it to look less suspicious that he can stop the full power of a punch with his bare hand. At least in front of All Might. Seeing the shocked face of Izuku that is mixed with happiness but seeing that he wasn't looking at him but behind him. Naruto looked behind him to see a pink girl flying fast towards the bomb. Seeing that his clone stabbed his sword into the ground holding on since the wind pressure was great against him. Not noticing the Uraraka was flying over his head to the bomb. Uraraka touching the bomb with a couple of minutes reaming on the timer. Hearing the announcement that the hero team won. Looking down, Naruto can't see that Izuku holding his arm in pain. Kneeling down and hovering his hand over Izuku's arm. Using medical jutsu, slowly Izuku sees that his arm is returning back to normal. With no pain coming from the arm anymore. Thank you Mr. Kitsune sir. Izuku happily said. Nodding his head towards Izuku walks back to Iida to take the seal of him to let him stand back up. After a few minutes the group made it back to the others. The trio cheered that they had won while Bakugo was being the loner thinking that even though he won that he didn't do it himself. Alright class, what do you think the group did wrong and good? All Might asked. They weren't aware of their surroundings because Mr. Kitsune was able to get to Uraraka without them noticing. They didn't really work as a team. Fighting among each other against a foe they know that is stronger than them. Class 1 responded. But Iida did give time for Izuku to get to the bomb and make a plan with Uraraka to win. Having Uraraka not be seen by Kitsune to make him think that she was where he left her. Yes, correct, but remember class, when working with other heroes, it's always good to work together instead of trying to steal the spotlight for reputation. Next is Team C. Alright, let's stick together against Kitsune senpai. We can't really fight him one-on-one, so what can we do? Momo asked the team. We can restrain him with Mineta balls. Having him get covered by it until he is immobilized. Since he is small he can hide by dark shadow while we distract him. Sayu said. Nodding their head in agreement, they moved forward into the building to find the bomb. Naruto putting the bomb on the second floor so he can end the combat training as soon as possible. After leaving the bomb with a couple of clones, Naruto made his way to the first floor to meet Team C. Seeing Kitsune standing in front of them, Momo made a staff to have a weapon to defend herself. I'll charge first Sayu, I need you to get a clear shot of Kitsune so we can restrain him more. To make it easy for Mineta to land his balls. I need you Fumikage to hide Mineta from view as much as possible and get him close. Charging forward, Momo sees Naruto pull out his katana from his back. Swinging her staff only to be matched with a katana. Knowing that her staff wouldn't be cut through by the sword. Only to be proven wrong as his sword started to glow a blue color around it. Naruto pushed his wind chakra into his sword to cut against the titanium staff. Letting go of the staff, Momo went to make another staff only to be kicked in the stomach by Naruto and pushed into the wall. Naruto then charged forward towards the others. Disappearing from view for second to be in front of Fumikage, Naruto was throwing a punch to only be stopped by something gripping his arm. Seeing Sayu tongue wrapped around his arm. Naruto using Chidori current. Shocking Fumikage and Sayu. Knocking them unconscious from the shock. Naruto looks around for the last remaining member of Team C, Mineta, standing in front of the door looking in shock that his whole team got knocked out in mere seconds of entering the building. Mineta, with his last chance to do something, he just started to throw the purple balls from his head towards Naruto. Seeing the balls coming towards him, Naruto just cuts them down like no other. Until they stop to see Mineta head bleeding profoundly. Walking towards him and bending down towards him and asks, do you give up? Seeing the boy nodding his head fast. Went to grab the others to bring them back. A little angry there Kitsune? All Might asked. Seeing that he didn't really let the team do much. And ended the training in a couple of minutes. Just staring at him and shrugging and walking back to the combat training area. Well class, there isn't much to say since Kitsune ended it pretty quickly, but I can assure you that you will all stand more of a chance in the future if you go against him again. Team C nodding sadly at how quick they lost, but reassured that Kitsune isn't the number 2 hero for nothing. Alright Team D, go get prepared. Kitsune is probably waiting already. Man, Kitsune senpai didn't mess around, I'm kinda scared for how things are going to happen. Mina whined out to her teammates. Team D walking inside the building to see Kitsune waiting for them. All of them thinking that this isn't going to end well with standing there. Aoyama shooting his laser towards Naruto only to have it to be blocked by an ethereal being surrounding him. Stopping before his stomach hurts. Walking forward, Naruto seeing Zero walk forward and shoot tape towards him, still having Susanoo around him. Naruto sees the tape hit Susanoo, he grabs the tape with his left hand and pulls hard to pull him toward himself. Naruto pulls back his right arm and punches Zero hard in the face to see his mask crack. 1 down, 3 to go. Dashing forward only to be met by Kirishima. Naruto punched Kirishima in the chest to see that his punch made Kirishima soften. He continued with his punches and until Kirishima went down. Seeing that her teammate went down, Mina splashed some acid towards Kitsune. Only to see that it went through him. Confused on what happened only to be snapped back into reality when Kitsune was in front of her about to punch her, only to be blocked by Kirishima in front of her, blocking the punch for her. Naruto seeing that his punch blocked by Kirishima. Smiling at his determination that he won't go down easy. You're very strong, Kirishima. Complimenting him. Naruto threw a final punch towards Kirishima to bring him down for the count. Picking him up, Naruto kicked him towards Mina. And dashed towards to the last member and kicked him in the stomach to crack his belt. Man, Kitsune senpai is not holding back after his loss against Midoriya team. Sayu said. Seeing that Kitsune bringing the down members of Team D back. Moving on to the last team. Naruto stayed on the first floor again waiting for the team. Seeing the team visible sign. He sees Sato take in as much sugar he can before dashing towards Naruto, knowing that he gonna end this combat training as quick as possible. So trying to boost himself as much as possible before charging in. Blocking the punch, Naruto throws him back. Naruto sees Denki grab onto him and released as much volts as possible onto the hero. Naruto can feel his body going through immense pain from the electricity. When it was over he sees that Denki let go and him go in a funny face looking phase. With his thumbs and walking around in a circle. Naruto shakes off the pain feeling that the damage was getting healed already. Naruto dashed towards Sato and punched him in his stomach and axe kicks him into the ground. Naruto sees Kyoka send a sound wave towards him. Throwing a kunai past them, Naruto teleports towards the kunai and chops the neck of Kyoka, then pulled out his katana and holds it at Kota neck. Seeing him surrender with his hands going up, Naruto went to grab the others. Well class, there wasn't much I could say with the last battles. Because they ended so quickly, but there was things you can improve on. Next time I'll have Kitsune not go so hard on you guys. But in real situation the villain won't hold back. Class dismissed. As that was said, All Might went dashed away knowing that his time was coming up to an end. The class walking away towards their homeroom class again. Naruto waving the class away and apologizing to them before they went away for going too hard. Thinking that he went overboard with them. Naruto shrugged the feeling off and went to see Namuri. Ending notes. Chapter 5. Lunchtime. Naruto was heading to the teacher lounge to eat with Midnight. Opening the door to see that Midnight waiting for him before she started to eat. Sitting across from her, see her holding her arms out with a bento waiting in her hands for him. Moving his head between looking at her and the bento box. He grabs the food from her hands and thanks her. Opening, seeing that it had rice, pork, sushi and some vegetables. So this is why you didn't want me to bring my own lunch today. MHM. Namuri replied while chewing on some of her food. Looking down at the food, knowing that everyone else in the room was staring at him waiting for him to eat. So they can catch a glimpse of his face, looks like. Naruto picking up one of the sushi with chopsticks and bringing it towards his mouth. But as it got towards his mask, the alarms went off. And the teachers looks away for a second from Naruto to see what the problem was. Naruto taking advantage of this moment and ate everything quickly before they looked back. Present Mick looking out the window, seeing the press coming inside through the front gate. Eraserhead and I will stop the press from coming inside the school. Present Mick said. I'll go calm down the students. Oh, and thank you for the food, Midnight, it was very good. Naruto said, getting up. Everyone looked back at his food and thought one thing, how the fuck did he eat that so fast? Moving towards where the students were eating and seeing that everyone was panicking and trying to leave. Releasing some of his power, making the students freeze. Is this anyway for students of UA to act right now? We are the most prestigious school in Japan and you're all panicking without realizing what has happened. That would cause more problems. Naruto yelled out at the students. All the students looking at Naruto saw a giant nine-tailed fox behind Naruto glaring into their souls. Making them shape up to not feel the wrath of Kitsune. Seeing the kids return back to their seats in the cafe. Naruto went back to the teacher lounge to finish his lunchtime with Namuri with the time he has left. Finishing the lunchtime, Naruto walked out of the teacher lounge to be stopped by the small principal. Hello Kitsune-kun, can you follow me to my office? Nezu asked her, more like said. Because he didn't really have a choice with him to go or not. Naruto making his way to the office with the small principal. Sitting down, Naruto looked towards the smiling Nezu. Which the silence between the two stood there for a couple of minutes. So I heard you faced off with the one of students in combat training. And you didn't really give them a chance. Looking at the small bear-like thing. Naruto chuckled, yeah I did, sorry I didn't really give them a chance. I had something trigger in me that didn't want me to lose again. The ever so smiling principal laughed it off. No, I just thought that it was fine to see how far they have to go if they want to be at the top. But that's not what I called you here for. Tomorrow the class is going to USJ for training. Nezu said while handing his a folder of who was all going. Do you want me to go and watch them? Naruto asked. Looking at who was all going, which was 13, Eraserhead and All Might. Yes indeed, I would like you to go and watch them because knowing All Might there will be someone that would need help and he will go help them because that is in his nature to help out whoever is in need. Even though he a teacher, he is still irresponsible. So I want you to be there to shadow them if something happens there. Nodding his head, Naruto asked, do 13 and Eraserhead know I'm tagging along? Seeing Nezu nod his head. Naruto left to carry out his duties before going home and preparing himself tomorrow. USJ. Naruto left early to be at the USJ to survey the area and place his markers everywhere. Just in case villains do attack. Naruto meeting 13 waiting for him there. Hello Kitsune, it's been a while since we last worked together. 13 and him worked on some rescue jobs. Nodding in agreement, Naruto handed 13 some of special kunai and asked to place the kunai in the various areas in the USJ. Naruto staying in the shadows to overlook the whole area from above. Seeing 13 greet the students. After they were done talking, a black mist appears below them and pouring out people. Feeling that those aren't part of the training exercise. Naruto got his kunai ready waiting for the villains to stop coming. Seeing Eraserhead looking at where he was. Naruto nodded at him and threw his kunai at the villains and one down in front of the villains. Stopping a few feet from the kunai, the villains looked at it. In a flash they see someone crouched down and holding the kunai. Standing up, Naruto called back to Eraserhead, protect the students and take out any that pass by. You guys should watch and see how Kitsune got his rank with his power. Eraserhead said to the class, not looking at them. The class went towards the edge of the stairs to watch the number 2 hero in action, in person at least. We can take him, he only one person. He can't stop all of us. One of the villain cheered. Rest of the villains cheered with and charged forward. Naruto flipped his kunai in the air above him. Then in a flash every villain went either flying away or knocked down to the ground with such force to make cracks in the ground. Flashing back to his original kunai. Naruto looked at all the down villains and stared at the final 2 in the back that didn't charge forward. Kurogiri, I thought it was only All Might 13 and Eraserhead that was showing up today. Why is Kitsune here? Tamura furiously scratched his neck in frustration. I thought so too. Should we bring Nomu out and the rest of the villains out? Kurogiri asked. Seeing Tamura nod. Bringing out a bird-like creature that had his brain exposed to the air. Attack him, Nomu. Tamura shouted. Seeing the Nomu run at inhuman speeds and charge at him. Naruto prepared himself for the impact. Dodging the first punch, Naruto quickly punched the Nomu back in the stomach. Surprised to see that it didn't fly away like the other villains. Naruto summoned Susanoo to block the incoming fist towards his fast. Being blown away from the Nomu. Naruto looked back towards the students to see if they are alright with the teachers. Naruto sees the mist guy take in some of the students and transport them somewhere else. Gathering some nature energy, Naruto sensed all the whereabouts of the students and made clones to help out while he dealt with the Nomu. Naruto dashed towards the Nomu and used half of his power and punched it. The punch pushed back the Nomu back towards Tamura and Kurogiri. Naruto sees that it's strong enough to withstand half of his strength. Naruto grinned, thinking that this will be the first fight he will have to go out somewhat in a while. Nomu shouldn't have been pushed back by him. He has a shock absorption quirk. He was made to take All Might at full power. Tamura yelled in anger. Hearing this, Naruto threw his kunai at the Nomu. Teleporting towards his kunai, Naruto had a Rasengan ready. Thrusting the Rasengan into the Nomu and blowing it away into the trees. Naruto looked towards Tamura and ran towards him, only to be stopped by the Nomu jumping in front and throwing a punch at him. Naruto blocked the punch with his arms being pushed away. Hearing a loud crash sound by the doors. Naruto see All Might walking in with a frown in his face. It's alright because I am here now. All Might said. Naruto sees All Might jump down next to him. Are you alright, Kitsune? I'm fine, but that Nomu there was made to beat you at full power. Do you think you can take him while I handle the white-haired one? Yeah, I'll handle him. Naruto leaving All Might to fight the Nomu. Naruto walked towards the other 2. Stopping only a few feet away from them. Naruto said loud in it for the 2 to hear only. I see, so you're all for one successor. It's been too long. I wonder what made him change his mind on getting a successor. Seeing them both tense up on what he said. Naruto appeared in front on Tamura and punched his gut and kicked Kurogiri away. You won't escape here today. Naruto went to charge at them again with a Rasengan in hand, only to be sucked in the black mist as he was in front of Tamura. Appearing in the mountain area. Momo and Jiru see someone appear above them, only to have to cover their eyes as a cloud of dust went through them. As the dust cleared up, they see a villain that has Denki in his arms ready to kill him, while they see Kitsune standing in a crater. Kitsune senpai helped Denki is being held hostage by a villain. Stay back or this kid gets, shouted the villain. What kid? The villain feels his hold on the student became a lot looser. Only to realize that he wasn't holding the kid no more but a pro. Before he could do anything, he felt a pain in his stomach and looked down to see an elbow embedded in his stomach. Take care of Kaminari. With that said, he disappeared. Appearing just in time to see All Might blow the Nomu through the roof of the building. With that, Naruto sees Tamura dash towards All Might hoping to kill him. But Izuku leaps towards Tamura to punch him away. But seeing Kurogiri open a portal for Tamura to touch Izuku. Naruto activates his Rin Sharingan and changes places with Izuku. And get his mask touched. As his mask getting turned into dust, Naruto kicked off Tamura to get away. They hear the teachers come through the door. Naruto sees the class and teachers coming to help. Knowing All Might didn't want his secret out to the students. He went to All Might and teleports him to Recovery Girl. Not before leaving a kunai to come back too, so he can deal with the 2 villains left standing. Getting back, Naruto looked at Tamura and Kurogiri with his Rin Sharingan in full blaze. Finally seeing the face of the number 2 hero, but worse was seeing those eyes that were piercing through him. Taking a step back and yelled, Kurogiri, get us out of here now. Both vanishing. Naruto sighed and walked towards the incoming students and teachers. Both only to have them stop when he looked at him. The cold-hearted eyes froze them in place. But that was stopped when he was tackled by Nomuri to the ground. Getting up, he realized that everyone can see somewhat of his face. Turning off his Sharingan, Naruto sees all female students starts to blush. Looking at his lovely blue eyes, Namuri asked, "What happened to your eyes, Naruto?" "That, my dear, is secret you will soon learn." Naruto having his clones collect up the villains around the USJ. "Nezu, I sent All Might back to Recovery Girl office so he doesn't be seen by the students." "Good job, Kitsune, I don't know what would have happened if you weren't here." Nezu happily said. "Well students, good job today. I'm very sorry that your training got interrupted. But I'm happy to know that you're all safe and sound. Now let's get you all back to the school. And back to your families the same way you left to come here." Did you guys see how fast Kitsune Senpai took down Thosa's villains? And those eyes of his were so cold and exotic. Mina said. The class were talking amongst each other about how cool Kitsune and how strong he is. But the class going back home, a meeting was held by the staff. Now that everyone is here, we got lucky today. I had a feeling that something bad was going to happen today. So I had Kitsune follow the class and watch over just in case anything happened. With only Eraserhead, 13, and All Might knowing that he was there. Yeah, the villains were surprised that I was there. So when they had to know that All Might were going to be there. So that's why they attacked at the time. We need to up our security with the classes now. Since I'm sure that they will come back for revenge. We will continue to have the sports festival to show that everything was handled. And that we can move forward. Nezu said. After the meeting was done, Naruto grabbed Namuri and asked, "Are you still up for our date tonight?" "Yes, I am. I hope you have something planned. Even though what happened today, I won't blame you if you want to cancel." Namuri said. "Yeah, I'm all good to go out today. Since we still have a lot of time left today. I'll meet you back at your place in 2 hours." Seeing her nod her head. He gave her a hug goodbye. And went towards the principal. "Oh Kitsune, I just the person I wanted to talk to. I didn't want to disturb your moment with Midnight. I want you to make clones for the festival so we can have everywhere covered. So we don't have this event ruined." "Alright, I can do that. I don't think they will attack anytime soon. So we might be good, but to be sure I'll have my clone watch out and notify any pro or me if anything happens." "But good, that is all I wanted to say, and good luck with your date with Midnight today." Leaving to get ready at his house. Naruto went into deep thought. I hope I put enough fear into his successor to make him rethink of doing anything for a while. All Might bring Izuku to me for some training before the festival or after the festival. Should I send a request for Izuku after the festival so he can intern with me? Never mind that I need to get ready for this date with Midnight. Date time. Stopping his car in front of Midnight home. He walked towards her door and knocked. Seeing the door open with a Namuri in nice looking light blue dress. "You look lovely, Namuri." Naruto complimented. "Thank you, Naruto. So where are we going today for our date?" "We're going to the park for a picnic, then to Dagaba Municipal Beach to have a late night walk before the day ends." "Sounds fun, let's go." Walking towards the car and off they went to the park. Walking hand in hand with Naruto hold a basket with food inside. Both looking, finding a good spot to sit and eat. Finding a tree to block the sun from them. Setting up the blanket and putting the food out, they both sat next to each other and grabbed food. "Hey Naruto, I have a question about your eyes. Why do they turn to whatever they turn into?" "They were a gift from a friend." Naruto said, looking down at his food. Remembering that Sasuke gave him his power before he died. Which gave Naruto the Rin Sharingan, which would help Naruto with anything he couldn't handle alone. Just going through memory lane of all the friend passing while he lived on. Whatever happened to him after the war was a curse to him more than anything. Seeing him looking down at his food, Namuri didn't want to press on more. Naruto shook his head, then looked towards Namuri, seeing her eye him with a critical look. Naruto took a page from his teacher book and gave her an eye smile. Even though she couldn't see his face since his face was half covered, but he was smiling under his mask. Her presence to him was very comfortable. He was very lonely after living for so long. He knows he could die, he just hasn't been pushed to the breaking point where he couldn't go on. He was just a mortal that doesn't age until he was killed. His regeneration just doesn't allow him to die. So it's very hard. Now having the Rin Sharingan, it makes it harder since he can regrow limbs. "Namuri, what are we?" Naruto asked while looking at her. "We're a couple, of course. I think we've been through a lot together before school started." Namuri cheered out with a finger on her chin. Looking at her for a few minutes, thoughts were going through his head. Should he tell her his past? Or who he actually is? Or how much should he tell her? What are the things he should do? Everything is racing through his mind. Even though he lived a long time, he didn't bother too much in a relationship because of how long he will live. "Namuri, I have a lot of secrets, you know. Many of them are very hard to believe." Naruto said, looking straight in her eyes. "Everyone has their own secrets, it's just I'll be waiting for you when you tell me. Can't have a good relationship if there are secrets. It's all about trust. I hope we trust each other after going on patrols with each other for a while. I mean, I've been waiting for you to ask me for a while, mister. We make a pretty good team. I seen the news where they think we are a potential duo team. Since we spent so much time together it would eventually happen. Namuri in a happy tone. She was eating some more food. Not wanting it to go to waste. Laughing at what she said. Naruto looked up and thought maybe she is the one. I'll tell her something since I do trust her. Namuri, I haven't really told anyone of my past, so you'll be one of the few who know. I come from a village called Konoha. Our leader, the Hokage, is the strongest in the village. I wasn't well liked when I was younger by my peers. But after a while I gained recognition. My dream was becoming Hokage of my village. Which in the end I did. I thought it would be great after that. But I felt empty for a while. So after passing the mantle to someone else I left my village to travel around. Until I settled down here and became a hero to help others. That filled the emptiness just a little. But meeting you and being around you began to fill my emptiness more and more. I trust you, Namuri, I want you to know that. You'll know more of my secrets the longer we are together. Naruto declared to Midnight. Hearing this, Namuri blushed at what he said and moved towards him and leaned her face into his chest to hide her face from him. Naruto looked down and wrapped his arm around her. They stayed like this for a while. Naruto knowing they are gonna miss the other activities that they were going to do today. But he didn't care enough because he was doing something much better. After talking for a while the sun started to go down. They both got up and packed their stuff and Naruto drove Namuri back home. Walking her to her door as he usually does. Namuri turns around after opening her door. Giving a determined look towards Naruto's face. She rushed at him and pulled down his mask. Only to be disappointed with what she saw. She saw the same mask donned on his face. Letting go of his first mask she looked down. Naruto looks at her with an amused smile, only for to stop smiling and slowly back up after seeing her hair cover her eyes and a dark aura surrounding her. A thing that he knows too well. But before he could do anything she charged again, tackling him to the ground. Grabbing the mask again and praying that there won't be another mask under the second one. But to her relief there wasn't. All she was seeing was a perfect tan face with 3 whiskers on each cheek. Feeling her face start to heat up with the perfection she is seeing. She kissed him straight on the lips. Ending notes. What if Juubi Naruto was in My Hero Academia end here, and thanks for watching my video till the end.